Welcome to the Randy's Off-Road YouTube channel. Today we're going to discuss 3 different types of shock absorbers. We do have 3 different brands here, but today we're not talking about brand. We're just talking about design and which shock might be perfect for your truck. The first shock we're going to discuss is a twin tube. You can tell a twin tube because it has this bulge, and what that is it's a secondary chamber on the outside of an interior chamber. So this piston moves through the shock tube, and both tubes inside move oil independently. They tend to have a softer ride. They typically are much more cost effective than competitor shocks because the design is very easy to machine. So they're cost effective, they cool well, and they perform well when you need the ride to be very, very smooth. They do have some downsides though. They're not serviceable. They don't tend to handle constant abuse for extended periods of time. And they don't tend to react well to immediate jarring change in forces. That's where a monotube comes in. The benefits of a monotube are that it's very lightweight, and that benefit comes from the fact that there are not 2 chambers in this. It is a single tube, so this exterior portion, in this case it's machined out of aluminum, is much lighter weight. So you're saving weight, you're still getting good off-road performance, but you're doing it at a slightly higher price point. They do tend to handle harsh, jarring movement in the suspension a little bit better than twin tube, but the unfortunate part is they are typically slightly worse ride comfort. So you might find that the ride comfort is a little more rigid than you would on the twin tube. Like I said, because the machining is so much more advanced, you will find that price point goes up slightly. So to recap, the pros are it operates even better off-road than the twin tube. It is lighter, but the downsides are it's slightly more expensive. That brings us to the final option, which is a remote reservoir. The benefits right off the bat of a remote reservoir is that a lot of times they are adjustable. Another benefit is because you have this additional reservoir on the side, sometimes they're attached via a hose, you're getting much more oil volume inside of your shock absorber. So with repeated cycling, this shock absorber will cool much better, making it perform better for longer periods of time. So between the adjustability and the hyper good performance, even under extreme use for extended periods of time, what are the downsides? Well, the downsides are they're very expensive because they're very challenging to machine. All of these components are all very challenging to make, and as well, they're very heavy. So this shock is smaller physically than both others, and it is still much more heavy. So if cost and weight are not the main concern, if the main concern is how reliable your suspension operates, then a remote reservoir might be perfect. Don't forget to come back to the Randy's Off-Road YouTube channel, hit that subscribe button, leave us a comment, let us know which shock would you pick. Are you going budget-minded with the twin tube, or are you going to go all out, who cares how much it costs, I want remote resis? Leave a comment, let us know.